Fireman's carry. Boom. Okay, from here now, I have to sit down. Good base. Now try to pull. See, I can fight that. If he pulls me, I can fight it back. Now what I have to do is come back this way and step this way. From here. Again, now watch slowly one more time. Let's start it from the down position. He's got my leg. I'm going to defend. My leg is out here to keep him from pulling forward here. I'm leaning back here so to help defend against it. I've got to keep this tight. Look at my left hand. I've got to keep him tight against me here. And then I can just boom and come back in this position here. Now, again, once more. He's got the leg, got the arm. Now, if I stay back like this, all he's going to do is pull that arm down, and I'm gone. Because I have no base of support there. As he's got me here, as he starts to pull it, say, I can solid. I'm solid. You see the left leg? Now from here, he's thinking about pulling me that way. So I go the other way. Pulling him back very simply. Again. Don't let me move you now, Steve. You're moving. You've got it. You've got it. And then boom. From here. Again, I just reverse his movement. From here, there's the fireman's carry. If I stay where I'm at, he pulls down our left arm, he's going to pull me right over to this position here. He's going to be a pinning combination or whatever. What I want to be able to do, now, throw the fireman's carry. Boom. See, to solidify it in this position here. To solidify it here, to reverse it, boom, and coming down from here. Okay? Because he's thinking everything on one side, I'm taking it to the opposite side. Because I have a good base of support. Okay, now see, again, I've got my left leg out to keep him from pulling me down. If I'm back again, he pulls his left arm down, I'm going to go straight over and he's going to have the takedown. So what happens is I have to give a good base. He's got the arm. I come out here. Good base. Now, see what's happening on this side right here? He's thinking wholly what's happening on his right side. So I'm gonna let him take it, all of a sudden, boom, coming back over in this position, and then coming over for the cabinet. Again, watch. He has the takedown from here. He pulls, I solidify. And it's bam, to this position here. Comes in for the takedown. Boom. I solidify, keep a solid base of support here. Now, with this leg up, look where he's leaning this way. Doesn't take much to pull him over, does it? Boom. Okay, he's got it. Now he's going to put this leg down because remember what we said earlier. Now he's got this. Now I've got to keep this good base of support. Get it tight, get it tight. There it is. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go boom and pull him back over. I might have to work for the balance. I might have to work. His job is when he gets this arm, is to keep it nice and tight, keep it nice and tight so I can't lift it up. Don't let me lift it up, Steve. See, now it makes it a little more difficult. So what I have to do is step over here and even jerk harder to this position. Now we're going to work basically one of the almost meaningful sacrifice type of takedowns. We're in this position now. He's going to come in. Now he's going to sit through. He's going to sit right on his foot and come through just like this. So what I've got to be able to do is I've got to be able to solidify my balance and get low enough that he can't sit through. So when Steve comes in for that fireman's carry, I got to get here. See, now it's almost impossible for him to sit through. You notice how he has to put the hand out because I'm putting weight on this shoulder. Let's say he's got the leg. Come on back. Okay, he's got the leg. Now try to sit through. Kind of hard, isn't it? Besides, see, I'm leaning back. I've got a good, solid, good base of support. Now, look at this leg. Now all I got to do is hook here, and take him back to this position, and take him down. So from here, when Steve comes in, I've got to think, if I stay here, he's just going to sit through. And there's the takedown. But when he comes in for this, I have to have very quick movement. He comes in, boom, here. See how it is? Now it's hard for him to sit through. Very difficult for him to sit through. Now I can come here, take him in this position here. Okay? So, he comes in, here. See how that works? Good base. Look at my left hand. See how I'm kind of feeling where he is? See this foot? Now all I got to do is pull it in and turn. From here. Okay, real fast, Steve. See how I'm back? Weight's on the shoulder. From here. Good. Let's say he gets it. Now, the same thing. Again, good base. See where the leg is? He's got it so he can't sit through. I got to keep low. Okay? So he can't sit through. If I let him come in, and I let him solidify this way, and I try to be strong, be tough, all he's going to do is sit through, and I'm gone. I'm gone. Because I can't fight it. I'm not strong enough. So what I have to do, I have to get so low that when he comes in for it, here, boom, that I keep him low from here. Okay, now on the pancake, balance is very important for both the offensive player and the defensive player. Let's say we're working here. Steve is going to come in for the pancake. Boom. Wham. There I am. He's got me. He's got me nice and tight, has control of this arm. So what I have to do is very simply now, when he gets tight here, when he gets me tight, and he starts to sit through, very simply come down. Now sit through, Steve. See, you notice how I'm not allowing him to do that. I'm solidifying his own arm. See, we're both, look where his arm is. Now look at me. Who's got the advantage? Nobody. We're the same. But if he starts to sit through now, boom, and I come down, who's lower? Now who's lower? Me. So it's awfully difficult now for him to sit through. Plus, look at that right there. From here, now I can counter that. Because he's given me an opening. This offensive movement, the pancake that Steve's going to do, has to be worked when I'm moving forward. Okay, he comes up. Now, he's going to do it as I'm moving back. Do it to me as you're moving back. See, it doesn't work. All I do is lay on top of him because he pulls me right on top of him. He has to be while I'm moving at him. Now he sits through. And there's the movement, right? There's the movement because I'm already moving forward. Much like Aikido movement, much like Judo movement. So what I want to be able to do as the defender, when he comes in for that, lower my body lower than his. I still got a good base. Look at that. See what happens? Okay, come back up. Move around. Shoulder. Start to do it. See, all I do is keep him nice and low so I can feel his movement. If he starts to pull to me, if he starts to pull me, if I keep walking, there's the balance aspect for him. I've got to say to myself, Why is he pulling me forward? Why? Maybe he's going to put me on my back. So what I do, when he starts to pull me forward, see? Now I'm lower than he is. Here's the leg. Now I can grab the leg. I can turn around on top like and pin it from here. When you're working defenses, start very, very slowly. Work the speed only after you understand the movement. Make sure your opponent can do the takedown. When he does the takedown, work it slow. Feel every little bit. If for some reason, when Steve comes in for the fireman's carry, from here, and he has to pull that down hard, what's that telling him? Something's wrong. Now, if he just drops to his knees right now, now look what happened right then. See how my base really got high? Look how low he is over me. Now all I have to do is sit and turn like this, and there I am. How much strength did that take? Again, when I'm sitting through with the fireman's carry, same exercise, same movement. When I'm sitting through here, now watch, I'm talking to you as this whole thing is going on. So how much energy does that take? It might take some energy, but not as much strength. Same thing with the defenses. If he comes in for the double leg takedown, and I've got the crossface, the more he pushes, the more he's pushing against my arm. Push. See, that's, and then all of a sudden I go boom. And now he's saying, oh, that hurts. Because I'm just keeping the target from coming any closer. He comes in again. See where he is? Then I just press him down. With this particular aspect, Steve comes in, pushes my arm up, comes underneath me in this position. Now what I want to do, I don't want to stand and go, hey, what's he doing? But I want to get a nice, good, solid base here. So when he starts to go, when he starts to take me down, I can turn one way or another. See, then I can come back this way. I want to turn the opposite of the way that he's going. Come back up, please. So when he's behind me in this position, I got a good base. When he starts to sit, I can feel that. So I'll turn the other way here. I can turn the other way. Or another thing I can do. From here, I've got to break his hands loose. If I can't break them loose, a long time ago, I used to use what is called a standing switch. I would hold here, put my arm here, and then boom, from this position. The hand is here, it's a switch. Look at his arm. Basically almost like an arm bar. Now, in collegiate wrestling, I can't use this, but I can push it out of the way and come back on top in this position. Here, he's got, I want to solidify this forward hand. Now, I've got a good base here, right? I've got a good base. All I'm going to do is reach back here. Put my hand between me and his leg, almost on his thigh. Now, as I sit out, boom. See, look at the arm, look at the shoulder. I've broken the grip, I've got this arm, look at the elbow. And I can even put more pressure on it by doing this. I push it out of the way, come right on top. In wrestling, it's very simply called a standing switch. He's got to lift my weight. He's got to hold my weight with this shoulder. He can't do it. Okay, especially if I really kick out hard. One more time. He's got me nice and solid. He's got me nice and solid. Right here it is. Slowly, let me show you where it goes. Steve is behind me. Good grip. I've got a good base. I see where he is, either left or right. I prefer going to his right. All I do is step out, stick the hand between here. As I sit through, now watch what happens. Boom. There it is. Putting the weight on the shoulder, coming back, and turning in this position here, forcing him down. When you're on the offense and you're working the takedowns, you need to work different pressure points, different movements, so where you can make your opponent react to movements, react to different techniques, so you can get in close, use your weight, use your agility to take your opponent down. My opponent has to have that same agility, have that same mentality, that he knows when I do something, whether it's a single, a double, a fireman's carry, a sit-through fireman's carry, a pancake souffle, a step around, whatever it is, he knows what I have to do and how he can counter it. He has to practice those counters. You have to practice those counters to get away, to be able to keep that distance between you and your opponent. A lot of times, when you end up with your partner in this position, you're down here, main thing is to keep that head in close. With these arms in this position, you can reach through, pull this arm through in this position, coming through. See how it's coming all the way through? Come over on your side, lock this out, and really pull this arm up hard. Putting a lot of damage onto the shoulder. If you can see the movement from here. Again, watch again. Now, we're in here, I'm riding, I'm on top. It's not like I have to do this immediately. It can be done immediately. It might take a couple of seconds longer. But I'm just simply from in here, I reach through, grab it here. Now watch what I do with my shoulder. I push it forward. I push it forward. So what happens is the chest goes down, but the elbow will come up. I use my forearm and turn it. Coming in on the side from this position, rolling it this way. And then I can come back to this position. That is very simply called a single arm bar. In wrestling, a single arm bar. Now we're basically going to do a double arm bar on both arms. Usually a double arm bar is two hands on one arm. But now what we can do is, for some reason he's in this position. I reach out, grab both hands from this position. Now watch what I do with my forearms. I've come forward again to this position. Now you notice my chest is on his upper back. How hard is that to breathe? It's kind of difficult to breathe. Now what I'm going to do is put pressure right here. So it can cause a little bit of damage here. Now the funny thing is he can't tap out. It's very difficult for him to talk in this position. And then lay off. And then if he still stays there, I can turn around on this side, roll this arm up, which is the opposite, and really crank. Okay, oftentimes he's so worried about his upper body that he's kind of keeping the elbows on the mat, keeping a nice solid base. So if I try to reach through, don't let me get it, don't let me get it. See, I can't really get it. He's so strong. So I can come in here somehow, grab this leg and bend it. Very quick. Now I can pull this, use this as a takedown, but also now I can hook it. See how the leg is up from here? Now all I got to do now is bend forward from this position here. Or to really work it hard, I can take a hold of it and twist it this way and come down on it this way, nice and hard, snapping the knee. But also I can just make it hard here by, from this position, grabbing the hair and pulling back. But again, maybe he wants to use these hands. If he can reach back and grab me, same thing. But now what I can do is I can really get the pressure in this position. I can hold him and put my pressure on the chest, put my pressure on his knee. Again, from here, oftentimes, I'm riding him nice and tight. Let's say I'm on this side, riding him nice and tight. He's trying to get away. He's trying to get away. Now you just grab it here, and then there it is. Right there it is. And then you drive. Okay, now, sometimes, let's say I've taken him down, and I've gone from this position here. Now, granted, look at his hands. He can still be punching me and still be kicking me. I don't want to do this because I'm going to get hit. What I very simply do from here is work up, work up. Now, look at the movement. I know where this arm is. Boom. And then I can lock it from this position here. I slowly walk it up to this position. I see where they're, now I can lock this here. See what happens? When I hit it, bam, then I can slide it to this position and lock it from here. Now, not this, because look at my face. He's still got a left hand. So it's right here. Go ahead and hit me. See, what arm's that going to do? The more I do that, the more I twist. The more I put pressure on. Okay, from this position, I can slide up from here. I can start working up to this position. I still have the knee to the groin. Now from this position, if I want to elbow, I can elbow. Boom, from here. I can also slide this arm across from this position, across his face, and smother him with his own arm. From here. And from this position, now watch what I do with my upper body. You tell me when it hurts. From here. So I'm using my own weight and pushing it right against his own face. So what happens is, turn around here so they can see. I'm here, and I work it up. All I'm doing is I work the face over here. See, I'm to the outside a little bit. Now, fight me with this arm. See, now I can just slide up. Right there it is. See where the arm is? Both my arms are around his head. Now all I'm going to do is squeeze and put my head down here to this position here and relax. Squeeze to this position here. If it stays here, look at the arm now. In judo, there's things called arm bars. So from here, I lock it out, make sure, boom, boom, win. And we have an arm bar. From this position, if you notice, I'm still controlling one of his pillars. So from this position, Steve, turn one way or the other. See, I still have control. It's very difficult. Now, if he turns this way, bam, then I can come in and I've got him here. This is not a very comfortable place for him to be right now. But again, I've got the leg from this position. I simply work up from here. Now what I can do is put my elbow, my forearm, right against his neck. And then just boom, put the pressure on. The thing too is he's over on his stomach. Let's say he pulls his arms in so I can't get to him at all. Pull your arms in. I can't do anything on him, right? In wrestling, collegiate wrestling, a lot of people like this. Let's say he's ahead 3-2. There's 20 seconds left in the match. The referee can call him for stalling, but I don't have that time to waste. So I'm here, so I'll put my forearm right against the forehead right. Now look at that arm. And then from here, boom, boom, wham. What you have to think about is controlling a limb, controlling one of those pillars. Another thing, from this position, it's hard for me to bend that leg very much. But I still got my control. I still got the, I'm controlling, so I can work down the leg from this position. I can work down, hook the arm here. Hook, not the arm, but hook the ankle from this position, and just all of a sudden just crank it on from this position. Now, what else can I do from here? Bam! Or I can hook it and really put that much more pressure on the ankle. If you notice what I'm doing is I'm turning the ankle this way, putting the pressure and just very simply lifting up from here. Just up from here. Or cranking it in from this position. It takes a lot of practice to get this particular movement down. I'm not that good at it. I don't use it that much because of wrestling. There's certain things you can do, certain things that you cannot do. I don't work the legs that much except when I ride my opponent using the knees. If you can't use your knee effectively to come up on all fours and try to escape and so forth, I have very good control of you. Very good control. So my job is to control from your knee up. There's other exercises, other techniques that you can use as a punishing hold. But I try to work from the knees up. As you're training, as you're working with these exercises, as you're working with these movements, let's say, experiment. Find out, ask your partner, find out what hurts, what doesn't. I can put this movement on here and squeeze all day long and he doesn't hurt. He's going to say, yeah, it's killing me. Well, if it doesn't hurt and I throw this on somebody in an actual event or an actual situation, now he's just going to sit up and hurt me. So my partner really didn't help me that much. To where he's there and I do this, There you go. Now I want to know how much it hurts. Or pivoting from here and so forth, working the joint in this position. Now I want to know if that does any damage or not. I want to find out if it really does do what it's supposed to do. If it doesn't, modify it, change it. Ask your partner, when I turn here, what does it do? You'll be surprised what a 15-degree turn will do to power, to do to a movement, to do to a joint. The most important aspect of when we're working takedowns, either against a kicker, against a puncher, against another wrestler, the most important aspect that I have to worry about is controlling this leg or controlling this leg. Control one of the pillars. This is what's holding him up. This is how you can control his balance. This is how you can control his movement. I have to control one of these legs. To do that, if I pivot, if I turn, sometime I might not be able to take him down with the first takedown, but as long as I keep my head down, my head tucked in against his body or his leg, he can't do any really severe punishment to me because there's nothing there to hit. So what you have to do is, if one takedown doesn't work, switch to another one. We've done, 5 or 6 takedowns. The double leg takedown, the single leg takedown with the head on the outside, the single leg takedown with the head to the outside, the fireman's carry, which you might not use very much because it can be dangerous, the pancake or the souffle, and the reverse takedown. You've got these takedowns. Now you can modify these to suit yourself, whether they're out on the street, in a bar, or here on a mat, or if you're wrestling. If you're a high school wrestler, if you're a collegiate wrestler, these are ones that you've been using your entire career. Modify them to use when you're fighting an opponent that's punching you, or to where your opponent's trying to kick you. It's the same movement. You just have the different timing and the different distancing.